up and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be giving a review for the Neca Batman Returns quarter scale Mayoral penguin figure. Now I am definitely excited about picking this up, and I already had like a penguin figure from Neca, you know, based on Batman Returns, but this was the one I actually originally did prefer, you know, so I'm glad I was actually able to find this, you know. And of course, you know, this is based on the second film in the original Batman franchise, Batman Returns, which is directed by Tim Burton, and had Dan DeVito as the penguin in this film. And yeah, I did get to see this in the theater too as well, you know. But yeah, I'm definitely excited about this, you know, so I'm going to just get into this right now. Alright. Okay, so as you can see, this is the box that contains the penguin figure, and this is the Mayoral edition, you know. So as you can see, that's how he looks on the inside. You can see like his accessories too, like inside still too as well. It also says right there, Batman Returns Mayoral Penguin quarter scale action figure. And there he is right there on the side too as well, you know. Of course it says Batman Returns. And on the side too. It also has that sticker at the top too, all's well means order. I always thought that was cool. And now the back has like a scripture about the film too as well. It also says that he includes alternate head, monocle, cigarette, fish, and removable top hat and coat. But what I'm gonna do is actually read like the back of it. Yeah, it says Oswald Copperpot and historical Mayoral beard. Now that I won't bother to read because it's like a newspaper article, but I actually read this where it says who or what is the penguin? A reclusive and strangely deformed creature with a brilliant mind, honed by rage and insatiable need for revenge. The penguin forms an unlikely alliance with an immoral business mogul, Shrek, that sends Gotham City and its residents to their knees in terror. Flanked by an army of loyal penguins prepared to do his most evil bidding, and a treacherous band of vandals known as the Red Triangle Circus Gang, the penguin carries the secret of his origins with him as he embarks on his diabolical plan to destroy Gotham City and his savior, Batman. So I'm going to open this on to her. As you can see, this is how the penguin looks like on the inside. You can see like his accessories still right there, like locked in right now. And so to her. As you can see, there's the Neca quarter scale penguin Mayoral edition figure. And as you can see, he does stand pretty well too, you know. He doesn't have any trouble like standing. But one thing, I noticed like my other one did too as well. I noticed that his arms can be lifted up too as well, as you can see. So he does have like good articulation in his arm, and you can bring him out like that too. He also has like a bend, but I'll probably just leave it there. Kind of right here at the elbow. I think you gotta turn it, you know. Then bend it, you know, but I just leave it there. Now his legs can you can kind of do the split, but I don't want to force it too much, you know. So I just leave it alone. He does have like a feet rotation, so you can turn the feet, you know. He does have like these hands too. I think it's cool. You know, you can turn them and so on. Now I don't know if this was how the figure was actually made, but I noticed that mine do look kind of like the paint was kind of rubbing off or something, right? Like it looks kind of like dirty looking. So I don't know if that's really how it is, you know. But it's okay though. As you can see, this right here is actually like cloth material too, like it's actual pants. So I think that was done pretty good. And again, just like on the other penguin, I think the likeness to Dan DeVito is just awesome on this figure. It really does like look like him, you know. He also has like this like hair right here too as well, which is like a separate piece, you know. Even this you can tell is like kind of like a separate like sculpted piece. Even this kind of is too, but it's plastic still, you know. Yeah, I think this is awesome. And there's no question I would have preferred this look for the penguin, you know, himself would have preferred this look. Alright. I notice his head still seems kind of limited too. You can't really like turn it, you know. You can't like look up or look down, you know. It's kind of like limited. You can kind of, but you got to force it, you know. Now what I want to do is talk about the actual accessories that come with the quarter scale Mayoral penguin. This right here is his actual jacket, which they have like inside this bag. So what you actually do is pop it open. And as you can see, this is his actual jacket that you would like put on top of him. So I probably going to put this on him, you know. Now if anything, like I said, I think these are cool and they're like cloth material. It even has like buttons on it too, as you can see. One of the things I think is really cool about it though, I mean, I think always, but the problem is with them is they have like the wrinkles in it, you know. Cause you can tell you probably should iron that out, you know. And I think this also even has pockets too, but they're not really like deep, you know. So I'm going to put this on the penguin. Now one thing I do want to mention, I actually had to take the penguin's like hands off so I can actually put the jacket on him, you know. It makes it kind of more easier to actually fit it on him. So what I'm doing right now is actually putting it on him with the hands are actually off, because it does like make it kind of more easy, you know. Okay, as you can see, there's the penguin with his actual jacket on. I think that's what they call it, right? Is it jacket or yeah, I think it's what they call this coat. So as you can see, yeah, now I do believe this is actually the actual traditional style and look of the penguin, you know. Because, you know, he's usually like dressed like in a tuxedo type thing, you know, clothing, you know. So I do believe this is more actually like what he really would look like, you know. And as you can see, there's like the buttons and so on. I think this was done very good, you know. I'm looking to see if there's any like latches for it, you know, like where you can like hook it together, you know. Going like I really see now, you know. But yeah, I think this is awesome. Another thing I do notice too with the penguin is also like his pockets right here. There you can't put anything in them. They're actually like kind of closed, so they're not really open, you know, like they were on the other one, you know. But if anything, like I said, that's the only problem I think is with this is that it has like them wrinkles in it, you know. You actually have to like probably, you know, press it or something if you want, because it's real like cloth material, you know. But yeah, I still think this is just awesome. Alright. Oh yeah, one more thing I wanted to do with the penguin too before I forget. I forgot to actually measure him. And he's just over like 14 inches. He's almost like 15 inches in height. Now what I want to do is talk about the next accessory that comes with the penguin, which is his top hat right here. So as you can see, you can just put this right on top. Now that, like I know, it just sits on it, you know, like just sits on like that. Another thing I want to mention too, this right here is the actual background that comes with the penguin. You know, you can actually cut it on out, you know, if you want to actually display it around him. Because it actually does tell you to do that, like right down that side. It does say you can cut it out the box, you know. Now what I want to do is talk about the other accessories that come with the penguin finger. He also has a alternate right hand right here, and you can tell this is actually for holding like items, you know. Nothing like a cigarette, you know. And next time I'll talk about the other accessories that come with the penguin, which are like his cigarette and molecule, like the glass that he wears over his eye, and they come together like in this plastic bag. As you can see, this here is like the actual cigarette with the actual holder too as well. Because he also came with this with the other penguin figure, you know. Now the penguin cigarette, if you look closely at his face, there's actually like a section like in his mouth, right there in his teeth, where you actually can like just stick the cigarette into it, you know. So I'm gonna try it. Actually this time I put it right there on the side, but I think it was like right there in his teeth where you can actually put it too as well. But I got it right there in the corner of his mouth, but you can't just stick it in there, you know, anywhere. Then it's kind of cool. And then of course you can take the penguin's like cigarette And even put it like in his hand too. And of course, you know, you have to kind of tilt the hand a certain way so the cigarette wouldn't fall out, you know. Next item that comes with the penguin is his actual monocle. The actual glass that he wears around his eye. And it has that string on it too. So what you do, you take the penguin, and if you look closely, it's like his left eye over here. There's like a hole in there. Right there, you can see it like inside his eye. Then what you would do is take the monocle, because it has like this pointy edge thing. Then you would just stick it into like the penguin's eye. So let's see if I can do it. Now, I don't think I got it completely tight, but that's how it would be, you know. It would fit right in that corner right now. And the last accessory that comes with the penguin figure is this actual fish right here. Now he does have like the same accessories that came with the regular like standard edition of the penguin too. Now with that particular item, you can just take it. It doesn't like he really has like a hand for it, you know. So I guess you could probably just squeeze it in like this, you know. So as you can see right there, I just have it inside his hand right now. And just like with the other one, I think the fish is done very well on this figure. I like how the fish eye even looks like wet, you know. And that's kind of cool. I think the sculpture is pretty good. And I just want to show both my Neca quarter scale penguin figures. This is the regular standard penguin figure. And this was actually released first. And then this is the Mayoral version, which is I think released after, if I'm not mistaken. I think these are both awesome figures. I'm glad I have gotten these, you know. Alright. And like I said, I still believe this is the actual traditional look for the penguin. That's how you probably really should have been, like how the Mayoral one looked, you know. Because, you know, the penguin usually has like the tuxedo, like the suit on, you know. And this one is kind of reminiscent of it, you know, but this one definitely, like, I believe on the mark. And then thing, like I say, like the biggest problem with these figures is they don't have an umbrella. How can you not give the penguin an umbrella? So, you know, I'm betting it has something to do because they would have to actually make the penguin's umbrella within scale of him, you know, and that's probably why they didn't do that. And as you can see, here's the Neca quarter scale Catwoman figure too as well. Because for some reason, Neca was actually able to make figures based on Batman Returns, like in the size, you know. So these are the figures that were made based on Batman Returns. You know, you have the two penguins and then the Catwoman too as well. And I think these are awesome and amazing figures, you know. Okay, as you can see, this is my Neca quarter scale Batman figure. And it's not based on Batman Returns, it's actually based on the first Batman film from 1989. Because they never did a quarter scale version of the Batman Returns design, you know. But this is like a comparison between the two, as you can see. Alright. Okay, there's the Neca Batman Returns quarter scale penguin Mayoral version. I think this is an awesome figure, and I'm so happy and glad that I was actually able to find this figure, you know. And I do believe that this probably is the best and preferred traditional look of how the penguin really does look, you know. He looks kind of like stylish, wears like the tuxedos, you know, and so on, versus how the other one did, you know. But I think the other one is an awesome figure, and I think this one is superb too as well, you know. And he did have the same exact accessories as the other one has, you know. But like I say, as usual, the big problem with this figure, you know, it just seems so odd and weird, is how could the penguin not have an umbrella? That's like his trademark, like accessory, like trademark weapon, you know. So how does he not have an umbrella, you know? So I'm betting that, you know, being at the size of the figure, they probably would have to make like the actual scale of the umbrella. It would have to be within scale of the figure itself. So you're talking about an umbrella that probably be like very like long, you know. That's probably why they didn't make it, you know. But that's the only thing I see kind of odd and weird about the figure itself, you know. How could it not have an umbrella, you know? And again, you know, this is based on the second film in the original Batman franchise, Batman Returns, which is still directed by Tim Burton. It had Dan DeVito as Oswald Cobblepot the Penguin, you know. Yeah, and I did see this in the theater too, you know, when I was a kid, you know. But y'all definitely recommend picking this one up, you know. I know it's kind of expensive now at this point. This way it can be like very expensive. It can kind of run for high prices, you know. But there's no question I would have picked this one up, you know. So yeah, this is the Neca Batman Returns Mayoral Penguin quarter scale. I would definitely recommend it. So, you know, please leave a comment and subscribe too as well. The direct approach. I admire that in a man in a mask.